what reform is talking about. Obviously, it's not just about migration, but a whole host of areas which are really about public perception that things are going badly. So, for example, reforms plans to renationalise effectively large parts of the economy again, taps into this idea that all public services are rubbish and the trains aren't running properly and so on and so on, and that there's a role for a strong government in fixing those problems. But if you dig below the surface, a lot of the things that populist parties, including Reform, but arguably many people on the far left claim, those claims are not actually correct. So, for example, we haven't seen a big increase in income inequality for several decades. There's actually very little evidence that we are suffering from huge inequalities in income, and even in wealth. Actually, there's only been a marginal increase in inequality. So, I think a lot of what the populist parties are doing is tapping into things that aren't really real. That said, I think there is clearly a widespread dissatisfaction with the established parties, whether that's Labour or Conservative. And that's over a whole host of areas where I think actually the government in one way or another has made things worse, whether that's overly restrictive rules on planning or excessive intervention and regulation. It's just not clear to me personally that Reform has the answer to that, because actually a lot of the things that Reform is saying would involve even more intervention and preventing the market from fixing these problems.